Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Welcome if you're new. I'm Stacy and today we are going to be doing hold on, I gotta turn this light on. I forgot that I didn't turn it on. That's better. World Watercolor Month, day 27. The prompt was Detour. So something you would detour around, or a fork in the path, or something along those lines. Or something along those lines. Gave me the excuse to draw a teensy little lighthouse in the distance with a sunset background. So another kind of landscape, seascape painting. Why? Because we can. It's fun, and I want to. Alright, so I'm gonna pull this down. I'm gonna pull these guys down so you can see the colors I'm picking and what kind of blending I'm doing. Maybe I could scooch out just a skosh. Is that too far? It's a bit too far. My camera's all askew again. I don't know how that happened. Alright, let's just move on. I have out my Kuretake Gansai Tambi paints over here on the side. As usual, these are the colors I've been using all World Watercolor Month. Along with my core watercolors and my super granulating Schmincke watercolors. I'm probably not going to use those in this particular piece. I'm going to stick with core and Kuretake for today. I thought today we would just do a quick little sunset scene. See if we can get a nice fresh sunset look happening on the page. She says with yellow paint in her brush. Alright, nice wet page. It's a bit too wet. If it's too wet, go ahead and take a dry brush and just skim the surface until it's glistening but not puddly. There we go. And now we can drop on colors. Let's start with I want to start with a touch of turquoise, I think. Yeah, I'm going to start with turquoise. Not sure why, but I'm feeling it. Turquoise. Don't forget what you do in up above. You kind of want to do in the water as well. Like so. And then, so as to not forget, I'm going to take yellow. Same thing down here, don't forget. Like that. Don't mix it too much though, because if that blue and yellow will make green on your page. That's not what we're going for. Perhaps a touch of orange from our Gansai Tambi paints to give this some added interest. Like that. Let it bleed and move around too. Don't fuss with it too much. Like that. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. That's the hard part, leaving it alone. Okay, now we're going to make a little bit of a purpley color. I'm going to take my... Oh, which red do I want to use? Let's try the Pyrrole. I don't use Pyrrole often. See if we can make a kind of a fresh purple color. And we'll start with the phthalo blue-green shade and see what that does. What we could do, instead of playing around with mixing colors, which clearly is not going to give me the color, that's more of a plum. No, that's not going to do it. Okay? That's not the... That would be good for the, I'm going to spritz right here. Maybe. There we go. I'm going to dry this side. I'm going to take the Gansai Tambi light purple. Is that one we want? It is. Okay. And we're going to try to keep this a little... pastel feeling. nighttime, you know, sunset, but pastel feeling, right? Let's grab some more. And I'm just gonna skim it over the top of that turquoise that's already there. I'm not trying to pick it up. I just want to layer over the top of it and let them kind of bleed together and see what happens. And just let them play on the page. Grab some more of that purple. Hold that in. Layer that up. Just skim on the page there, let the textures do the work. Let some of those textures do the work for you. See, that already looks super cool. And then when we get our darker color on top, it's going to make these lighter colors really pop. I'm going to go ahead and skim a little bit of purple back here. Just a quick line, just a quick line, like that. That's where my horizon is. Alright, and then maybe do a little skimming over the surface of the water, like that. Alright, now I want a little more dark purple. So I'm going to go ahead and mix some of the purple from Gansai Tambi with this. See? Makes it interesting, right? And just kind of arbitrary marks on the page. Grab some of that dark, blot it in. Let it come in like that. Okay. Don't get too carried away because this is a tiny painting. Remember, did it up there, so we gotta put some of it down here. But it is moving water, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Like that. Okay. Now I think I want to put a little more blue in there. What kind of blue do we want? Let's mix some blue with our purple here. Ooh, there we go. Maybe thin it out a bit so it's not quite so thick. Little line there. Some lines of our water. Alright. I want to just a touch of blotting. Yeah, for a little added interest. Okay, I dig that. Okay. Okay, now I'll let that all dry. Actually, we can take heat tool to it. See what happens, and then we can put in our dark stuff. Okay. Now that that's dry, we can go ahead and let's first, I'm going to trade out brushes for my tiny, this is round number 3 Sapphire series Robert Simmons brush. Whatever small round brush you want is totally fine. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to get some of the deep dark purple that we've been using. Mix that in with a, where's that brown that I wanted to use? Are you it? Yeah. Throw in some brown. It'll give us a kind of a mauve color. And I'm going to go ahead and wet my little rock area, because I don't want to obliterate all the glow of this yellow on the rocks, because it will, I mean, reflect and shine on them, right? So you don't want them to be completely, I mean, so maybe you do. Maybe you want that silhouetted look, which is also really beautiful and quite effective. But maybe just do little dots here and there. Maybe a line along the bottom. Where that water is. Let it bleed around a bit. And maybe on this side it's a little more silhouetted than on the other side. Perhaps there's trees and shrubberies. Like that. But don't forget to try to get that little bit of silhouette down here. Right? Kind of the same shape. Sorta. Like that. A little bit of I feel like that's a little too dark on the bottom by where the water is. Just blot a little. It's okay. Good. Now, if you want, you can put in foreground, you can put in additional rocks. I mean, honestly, you can do whatever you want. I'm going to put a little bit of yellow, I think. A little bit of yellow-green in here as well. Just because all that light is playing around. So the rocks wouldn't necessarily be brown, right? Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. And I'm gonna take my purple colors, trying not to get that weird brown. Come in here with the tip of my brush. Get a little horizon line in. Like that. If you want to differentiate it, you can put some blue in it and drag that in. Don't forget though, if you put blue there, you might want to put it in other little areas just so that it's not looking too weird, you know? Just down here, maybe grab some water, maybe over here. Inner corner. A little too, let's see, what do I want to do with that? There we go. Just want to move more on the page for me. that. Yeah, that looks more like it's rolling in now. I like that better. Good, 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 good. Okay. Now it's more of a rolling wave. Like that. Okay. Yeah, I dig that. How's that? I'm fussing too much with that. I know I am. Alright, let's put in our lighthouse. And for that, I'm going to use white gouache because I want it to stand out a bit. And it already has yellow on it, so we just need to touch a gouache here and there. Let's put in the top. A little bit of red. Of our brush and just kind of indicate, just indicators. Does not need to be perfect. It's way out there, so we're not going to see a lot of details. Right? Just indicators, ideas, really. That, and then take our white gouache and do a little skim, just skimming the surface like that. Grab some of that purple. Getting some, mix right in with that white, and it'll give us some shape. Because the side most close to us is going to be a little dark, because it's not in the sun. And a little more red. More of a burgundy maybe instead of red. Just plop it right on. There we go. A little lighthouse in the distance. If you want it to stand out a bit more, you can give it a indication of a door, and maybe a little indicator of a door right here, and maybe some windows on the side, maybe one right there. But remember that it's really far away, so you're not going to see a lot of that. And you could do a little, maybe not quite that much. Alright, now we got it in there. We got it in there. Maybe go over that with a little bit of white to soften it. Soften that line a bit. Okay, picking too much. Picking. Alright, there's our... Now we've got our... We've got to put it... Don't forget. It's gently reflecting in the water. Right? It doesn't have to be the whole thing, like you do. Just an indication of reflection in the water is enough. There. Good. And then do we want to do more with our clouds, or do we want to leave them the way they are? I honestly don't know. kind of want to do a little, like, dramatic sweep. Like that. Is that too much? Probably. Probably. Too much water right there. Just dab it a bit. I'm picking, you guys. I'm picking. Distance stuff happening back here. Why not? That. Alright, I'm gonna leave it alone. I feel like I'm picking too much. Let's take our tape off and see what we got. Oh yeah, that's fun. The sky's a little busy, but that's alright. Can let it dry and go over it with a glaze if you wanted to kind of uniform it a little bit and set it back there. I mean, or you could just leave it as it is and try again if you don't like the way this turned out. I kind of like how crazy busy the sky is. Skies get busy sometimes. It's just a fact of nature. Nature does crazy things, you guys. Crazy, crazy things. You can see me doing this, right? A little bit of this. Touch there. Wait for it. Wait for it. Kind of skim the surface. Yeah, I made it a little more dark and dramatic. Okay. You can do the same thing down here. Alright, there we go. Let me know what you think in the comments below, you guys. If you're doing the World Watercolor Month challenge, I'd love to hear from you. Let's do a little bitty close-up of this guy, because our lighthouse is super teensy tiny. There's our little teensy lighthouse. Just a little bitty thing, mostly just blobs of color and paint. It's a little crooked. Our rocks are a little shiny because of the light reflecting. And I did lose some of my my reflection of my lighthouse. So we'll just grab a little gouache and pop that back in like that. And there we go. There's our painting. What do you guys think? Alright, I'm going to stop right there and I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, like, comment, all that jazz. I really appreciate it. It does help the channel grow, and I will see you later. Bye!